Hablé con la que le puso la voz a Bonnie en Toy Story 3 y nos regaló ese momento que nos rompió el corazón al final de la película con el Adios Vaquero. Obviamente la versión americana es distinta, pero la magia está igual. Y me contó cómo fue un poco construir este personaje que terminó teniendo su identidad, más allá de que nosotros quizás la podemos conocer con la versión latina, con la voz latina. Hay algo de Emily Hahn en Bonnie y de esto hablamos en este pequeño informe sobre Toy Story 3.
We now return to Mira Akien and Contre with our latest interview.
I'm going to be 100% honest. I had no idea. I don't even remember filming that scene because everything was out of order when I filmed it, and I was just given lines, and I really didn't like I didn't know Andy's lines. I only knew mine, and I had no idea what the context was.
Beep boop, beep boop. It has a secret ingredient. Jelly beans.
Somebody's poisoned a water hole.
Poison?
I was living on a ranch in this small town called Ojai, California. I was a ranch girl playing in the mud. Really had no interest in Hollywood or the business, but I was doing a community play, and this manager happened to be in the audience, one of the showings, and she spotted me, and she approached me after the show and said, I think you should do this professionally. Are you interested? I'd like to represent you. And at first I was like, I'm a ranch girl. I play soccer. I don't do that kind of thing. But after sitting on it for a while, I was like, I think I'll just try it for fun. And so she brought me to an agent, CESD, who I'm still with. And I had my first audition, and it was for a voiceover. I didn't know what a voiceover was. I thought it was just fake people in the television screen talking. And I was so young, I didn't quite grasp what I was doing. But I had the audition, and I had, I think, about 7 callbacks. And eventually, they let me know that that was Toy Story 3.
A sheriff! Move over, Mr. Prickle Pants. We have a guest. You want some coffee?
I was super excited because growing up, I had, of course, seen Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2, and I loved Andy and all the toys. And I was pretty obsessed with Toy Story before becoming a part of it. And then I booked it, and they wouldn't, I didn't know anything about my character. Like Lee Unkrich would actually give me my lines verbally. I didn't really look at a script that much. And so I just kind of would go in, 8-year-old me, and repeat the lines and have fun. And Lee helped me a lot. I remember I had to pitch my voice up a little bit because I was 8 and Bonnie, I guess, was 4, 5-ish, like a bit younger than that. And Lee really helped me to access that like young side of myself. And I remember there was this one scene we were filming. I'm trying to remember which one it was exactly. But he had me run up to the mic because it was just kind of feeling stagnant. And he wasn't quite getting, I guess, the emotion from me that he could. And so he had me run across the room, and I came up, and then I said the line. And it was little things like that that just helped me get into character and have fun with it and kind of loosen up. And it wasn't until I was sitting at the premiere watching the ending scene where Andy gives the toys to Bonnie. Sorry if that's a spoiler alert to anybody.
It's been 10 years.
Right. That was the first time I knew what the plot was. I had no idea that was going to be the ending. And I remember being kind of sad because I had grown up with Andy, and I was like, what? I was like everybody else. You can't give the toys to Bonnie. No. And then I was like, oh wait, that's me. That's kind of cool.
Now you gotta promise to take good care of these guys. They mean a lot to me.
So for me, Toy Story, the first Toy Story, I think it was made in the 90s. I don't remember which year it was.
95.
Okay, so I wasn't born yet. But I remember I was born in 2000, and I remember being raised watching Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, and I like was fascinated with Pizza Planet. I wanted to go to Pizza Planet. I just knew, like, if I got to Pizza Planet, the pizza must taste better. And so, I mean, I was equally obsessed with them. Like, I would watch them and I thought they were the coolest thing. So yeah, I grew up with 1 and 2, and I felt like it was a pivotal part of my childhood. Because I felt like I kind of grew up with Andy and the toys, and when I guess kind of going back to what I said earlier, when I watched the third one, I really had no idea what it was about. And so I still felt a bit like it was me kind of watching it as a third party, being like, wow, this feels like a huge change. And I mean, I'm honestly, I was kind of sad. I was like, oh my gosh, Andy's giving away the toys and going off to college. I just couldn't believe it. It was such a shift from the first two films.
What's he doing in there?
There's a snake in my boot.
What?
There's a snake in my boot.
I'm trying to remember the last time I watched it. I think it probably about like a few years ago, maybe. I'm not quite sure.
And did it change the meaning of that scene for you? Because you were 10 years old and let's say you were 15, 16 when you saw it again. Did it change?
Oh,
anything?
absolutely. I mean, when I was 10 years old, I remember I had like a pretty like simple view of it. Like I didn't quite understand the magnitude. Remember all my guy friends who I went to school with when I was 10, they were all like, we were crying and everybody was crying, and I felt bad because I didn't want to make them cry, but I also was like, it kind of felt good because I was like, wow, I played this really pivotal character. And now when I watch it, I just have like, being older, being a little wiser, I just look at it and I'm so grateful for the opportunity. I'm so grateful for Lee and Darla Anderson, the producer. I'm so thankful they had so much faith in me at such a young age, because it propelled me to go on and do more projects, and it's really shaped who I am. And I think now I'm just really grateful that I had the opportunity.
Adios, Vaquero.